Hey, so in this video, I want to talk to you about your relationship and your marriage and what you most likely are doing wrong when it comes to communicating to her. So a lot of guys, they reach out to me, hey, help me with my relationship in this area and that area. And what I like to do is I like to see how they're communicating to their wife, how they're texting their wife. You can tell a lot about a guy by how he communicates, and that helps me get inside of their thoughts. And then if I can get inside of their thoughts, I can get inside of like why they do what they do. So in this video, I want to give you sort of a case study of a client that I've been walking with. And so I want to show you here on my screen just this brief conversation. And just to give a little background, they have not gotten a divorce. They have not even been separated, although the wife continues to bring up to the husband just how she's not happy and how she's been considering leaving. And so he reached out to me. We've been walking together. So I want to show you something when it comes to weakness. And the reason why weakness is a big deal is because it's important to be tender, but you don't want to be weak. Now, when we're unhealthy as men, we can fall into weakness really quick. So here's the conversation. Dang, this is crazy. Work? ? Yeah, now I got to go back and do this stuff for my job. And her response is, okay, what does that have to do with me? Nothing, LOL, just talking to you about my day. Now, when our marriage is going well, when we're doing good, we should be able to communicate with our wife this way. We should be able to talk to them. But I just want to break this down to you of what she may be thinking in this scenario. Now, there's a reason she's responding like this. There's a reason she's giving this type of perspective, or that this is getting out somehow, and this is telling me a couple things. One, he comes off as weak. He comes off as needy. He comes off as a man who needs to remind himself who he is, that he's a son of God, that he needs to walk with the confidence. But when you're not doing well in the marriage, you don't want to like kind of throw out these opportunities for your wife to jump on. There's a couple of other things that I want to point out to you. Honestly, sometimes wives are really mean. And this was kind of messed up. I remember I responded back to him. I'm like, hey man, how did this make you feel? And he's like, obviously it sucked, right? And so it's like, well, I would rather you have not even gotten this situation. So you need to be okay with where you're at. You need to be okay that there's a distance, that we're going to hold a distance with each other. And I always tell a guy this. When something goes wrong in the marriage, and usually, as men, we're going to take 100% accountability on our end, right? Now, there's always something that she's doing, yes, of course, but what about you? What have you done or not done? What have you done to affect the marriage? If the goal is for our families to thrive, for our children to be in unity with what's happening in the family unit, if the goal is for me to put God first and me and my wife are second and we're healthy, then our children will benefit from the fruit of our marriage and our union being healthy. Now, in this scenario, the wife's just like, she's pretty harsh, right? But we're not gonna look at her. Let's look at us as men. This is not attractive to a woman. I don't care who you talk to. I don't care. Now, in the beginning phases, before you get married, there's that honeymoon phase, and you want to share everything, and you want to hang out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's just not realistic. But when life comes, when difficulty comes, right? When real marriage comes, this stuff starts to happen. So what this is telling me is he's looking for affirmation from his wife. And I get this. This is good to do if you're healthy, but you don't need to be affirmed by your wife. This is what I would challenge you. You need to be affirmed by God first. You don't need to, hey, so I just wanted to text you today, see how you're doing. Well, she's already shared with you she wants space. She's already shared with you there's something that you're doing that's frustrating her. She's already shared with you that you're not waking up to the reality of the situation of the marriage. She's already shared with you that maybe you're acting feminine. I've had some guys tell me, like, my wife literally said, you're acting like a woman. Now, this right here, under the layers of everything, tells me so much more about a guy than a simple text message. And I just don't want this to be you in your situation. I don't want you to fall into weakness. I don't want you to fall into your wife thinking that you're a boy. You know, man, and I say that with love and I say that with respect. I just don't want your wife to be thinking that about you. I want your wife to say, okay, this is a man who knows who he is. He's confident. He knows where he's going. He knows how to lead the home. He knows how to lead the family. Yes, he made mistakes, but gosh, he's showing up. Right? All these things. What do you have to do on your end to take full responsibility of the marriage? And what you don't want to do is be passive like this. What you don't want to do is fall into weakness. What you don't want to do is to be, if there's a pendulum that swings, no, we do not want you to be toxic, man. You do not need to be bursting out with anger. That you got to work. There's a lot of stuff that we got to do within the soul because that's affecting the marriage. But you don't want to go on the other side of the pendulum and come off sort of like if you watch Winnie the Pooh and you were little, like Eeyore. Yeah, I was just texting you to just let you know about my day because I'm really not not sure where we're at, and I just wanted to throw this out there. And now I know I annoyed you and I frustrated you. And when you're texting me, you're getting repulsed by me. And you're like, gosh, this guy's annoying me and he's weak. Like, why is he sending me this? Like, I don't really care. That's really what she's thinking. And if you watch any of my videos, one of the things that I talk about is this is called an emotional leech, right? Now, in this particular scenario, because every guy has a unique story. This is why it's so important that you're walking with somebody that really knows your story. Now, for him, his particular situation is, his wife literally has told him, you're not leading the family. You're too weak. You're not masculine enough. And now we get in the situation. I kind of get in. I look at what's going on. I look at how he's communicating. And this guy's a really good guy. He's a nice guy. He's a genuine guy. He's a kind guy. But he's taken too far of the pendulum of tenderness, and he's not showing any display of toughness, of a healthy masculine, of a healthy confidence. I don't need to text my wife and tell her what I'm doing. I don't need to text her and say, hey, this happened. Me and my wife are healthy, so she's not going to respond back like this. I mean, if she did, that would bother me. It would hurt me. But I'm not going to get myself in this. This is telling me there's a neediness. I'm putting this in front of you because I need to be validated. I'm putting this in front of you because I want to see, I just wanted to text you. I just wanted to talk to you. It's like, no, man. Talk when you get home. Call her. You don't have to text. You don't have to come off needy like this. So anyway, my point with all of this is I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Because if you're in this situation, your marriage your family is dependent upon you getting internally healthy, with you understanding who you are as a man, with you walking with, watch this word, authority. It's confidence. I called it a Godfidence. And so, hey man, if this is you, I want to help you. I want to help you not feel like you don't have power in the relationship. And I don't mean that in you need to have all this power. I'm just talking about you feel like you're not empowered. You feel like you're powerless, and this, the thing that sucks about feeling that way is that's a thought. I'm powerless. I'm weak. My wife has said this about me. So if you believe that long enough, it's going to create an action. The action is going to look like this. That action can become a habit. You do it on a regular basis. That habit becomes a lifestyle. This is just who you are in the marriage as a husband, with your children, with other people, with coworkers, or maybe it's just in the marriage and just with her. Well, that lifestyle can turn into a destiny, meaning your future. And I do not want this for your future. I know you don't want it either. So nevertheless, man, I just wanted to kind of get you inside of my head. I just wanted to help you with something. I hope this helps you, man. I hope you can tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to lean into weakness. I'm going to lean into tenderness, but I'm not going to be emotionally needy. I'm not going to be a leech. I'm going to be confident with who I am. And I'm going to walk in that confidence. So I hope this helps you, man. If it does and you're looking for more, just DM me on IG and we'll sort of go there. We'll take the next couple of steps. And, you know, this is a guy who's become a one-on-one client. And so I walk really strategically with him. It's very unique. It's a very intensive process because, you know, I take it seriously. Like, this is a family we're talking about. So reach out, man, if this helps. If not, you know, and you got a buddy who's going through this, send it to him. I just hope it's been, you know, it's brought some, you know, maybe perspective to you if you're in this situation. I'll see you in the next video.